Hey everybody, Dr. Dennis Ciccone from Ciccone Family Chiropractic Wellness Center. How are you doing today? I wanted to address a concern that many patients have that I wanted to bring some clarity on, which is, do I need to do this forever? It's the question I want you to think about. Do I need to do this forever? So many of you that are going through the program or have seen what we do in the office, you know that we work on avoiding food allergies, we work on healing the gut, we work on detox protocols, we work on working on the hormones, and there's specific things that we work through. So most patients, when you go through the initial phase, you're going to be looking at 6 to 12 months of intensive work. That's the fastest I have found to take somebody through a process of healing. Those 3 phases, working through the gut, working through the detox processes, supporting the liver, and then rebuilding and supporting the hormone side. So think about 6 to 12 months as intensive work. After that, do you need to do this forever? The answer is you don't need to do anything forever, right? But I want you to think about it in terms of if you were to go to the gym and you had worked out and you had got in great shape and you worked with a trainer for a year, or you're working with a nutritionist and you finally hit your goal weight, or you were doing anything that you've worked hard at doing that took some effort. In your mind, would you say to yourself at the end, do I need to do this forever? First of all, you would know the answer is yes, you need to continue with it forever. But do you need to? The answer is certainly not. You've made the decision to work on your health and get it to this position for a reason. Now, the thing I want you to think about is, does it take as much work to maintain it as it did to get it? The answer is no. So that is the good news. There's a lot more flexibility. Lots of patients ask me about their foods. Do I need to avoid these foods forever? The truth is we recommend retesting your foods in about a year. Lots of things change with your immune system, how it responds, what foods are aggravating you. So now you have another food test. You're seeing different foods. You have different variety. Those foods do change. So it's not avoiding the same foods forever. It's actually getting a good understanding of what foods are now triggering your immune system, because they will change. You want to minimize the damage as much as possible. I think about it a lot like a garbage can. If the garbage can was full and it's overflowing when we start care, think about it by the end of the initial phase. Once we get through the aggressive part of the work, now it might be half in the trash can or 1/4 full or something to that effect. So now what happens if you make a mistake? It doesn't overflow. It's not going to have the same effect. Now, if you intentionally don't work on your health and you go back to all of your bad habits and you don't do all these things right, what's going to happen? It's going to come back. It's going to have the same symptoms, and then you have to do something more aggressive again. So again, it's a lot easier to just maintain that, keep the habits, have more flexibility, have more freedom. That's what it looks like after the initial phase. So do we need to do this forever? The answer is no. Should you do it forever? The answer is yes. Is it a whole lot easier once we get through the initial phase? The answer is yes. There's a lot more leniency. There's a lot more freedom once we get things healed. And same thing going with herbs. I don't want you to be on these herbs long term. These herbs are meant to go in, do a job, and get out. So you're not going to be on these long term either. There might be something like vitamin D, depending on some fish oil. It depends that we might do as a long-term plan. But mostly, we want to get in, get out, and have your body functioning the way it's supposed to and the way it's designed, which is to heal and do the things it's supposed to do naturally without outside support. So we want you to rely less and less on us. That's the goal, and rely more and more on yourself. So have a wonderful day. Talk soon.